What's up, you little YouTube traps? All right, we're back from Glamis. I need to make an off-road jack. We're gonna make the ultimate off-road jack with these tires, putting on this Harbor Freight jack here. This thing's gonna be able to go through the mud, sand, whatever you put in its way. So follow along, like and subscribe. It'll keep us motivated on making these videos. So this is what we got. We got 4 tires from Harbor Freight. My thought is we're gonna take this thing apart here. I got some old metal. This is all stuff I have laying around. We're going to take this, make a basically straight axle for the front and rear, mount this thing on there. We're going to use bolts on here so we could take the tire off and on if we ever get a flat tire. Easy fix. We got the jack all taken apart. Now we got to make a little template using this cardboard. We'll trace this thing up so we can run our straight axle with the bolt on the end. Follow along. Let's make this template together. All right, let's show you what I got. Super simple. Okay, just a piece of cardboard, kind of wrapped it around here like so. I know my axle is going to go through this little bottom part right here, this radius. And I'm the guy that keeps scraps. So I have scrap metal that I'll use. Okay, we don't have fancy CNC machines, but we're gonna do it by hand. We'll make this thing happen. Little death wheel here. You can see I got everything just traced out. We're just gonna follow my lines, get this thing cut out. Hopefully we keep all our digits here. I'm gonna put both of these guys together, and I'm gonna round them off so they're both even and ready to go. There we go. There it is. So we'll just go ahead and round these things off, get them both the same exact size, drill the holes, go from there. It's made, holes traced out. Now we're gonna throw some drills down here in the old drill press. Stay with me. We got our templates cut out, drilled out. What a pain in the butt. But we're gonna be able to use the existing bolts that go into the jack, and this is where I'm gonna put my straight axle right through there. So we'll see how it works. Next, we got the bracket bolted up. I'm gonna have to get some longer bolts for this. As you can see right here, we have our straight axle that's gone right through here. So the plan is we're gonna cut off this bolt, slide that on there, tack it. I'm gonna have to put this in my lathe, cut it down enough to where it's gonna fit inside here. So the goal is the bolt will come out right here. We just throw a washer and a nut on it, good to go. So let's play around with that. Got the lathe all set up. We're gonna make quite a few passes. We'll be measuring as we go. Make sure we fit through the those wheels. So right along. All right, full disclosure, I'm not a machinist, but I tinker. Am I doing this right? I don't know, it's working. All right, guys, here's a little shaft. That baby's gonna fit right in there, nice and good. We'll end up cutting down a bolt, put it in there with a nut and a washer. Just gotta do the other side now. All right, guys, look what we got. Machine down. She's gonna fit right in there. Like a glove. Like a glove! We're gonna pass them straight to that guy. Boom. Just got to do the front. We'll weld this in there and get the nuts in there. I'm thinking it's looking pretty cool, huh? All right, check it out. Got good progress going on. We're gonna do the front right now. This is what I figured out for the front here. This is a piece that was taken out. I'm gonna measure the distance between here and we're gonna mill this down. So it's gonna sit perfectly in there. Then I'm gonna take one of these bolts, I'm gonna cut it. That will slide in there, which will come out because that's the same exact size right here. I might have to drill this out a little bit just to get it to fit perfect. And then I'll take another piece and I'm gonna mill this down and basically make a sleeve that's just gonna slide in there and right on this bolt. So it's nice and tight. So let's make it. Check it out, boys and girls. Look, 4x4 off-road mother effing, let's go. Yeah, everything's mocked up. I still got to weld. Put some rosebuds right here. Weld these bolts in there. Got this thing all lifted up. It's going to go through the sand nice. I'm pretty excited about this thing. Harbor Freight Jack, 4x4, J&D's garage style right there. There you go. You have it. I'm going to do a little walk around, show you guys all the little things I did right there. I'm pretty stoked about this thing. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Let's do a quick little breakdown of this thing. Look at that, man. It's like old school Toyota on 44 Super Swampers right here. So we got our center bar, right? Cut down to the right size. On here, I'm going to pull this off. I milled this down. That was the same size as this. Milled it down, had a little space here on the end. We got our bolt. That thing slides through nicely. And then this tire goes on there. And then we're going to bolt it just like that. Have enough thread on there. Put a nice little lock washer. We got a flat tire. Change it out. Those tires are like $10 each all day. Another bitching thing about this, guys, look at the height. Okay? I should be able to lift my Pro R, no problem. No longer need campfire wood, right? Should be able to lift this thing up. So I'm pretty stoked on that. I imagine these tires are pretty sturdy, okay? Probably, get some squish out of it, but guess what? I bet she's rated for 6,900 pounds. She's gonna do it. For the kids out there, 6,700 pounds. All right, let's take a look at this back, okay? So I had to mill this down so it fit inside this hole, right? So I milled both sides down. This thing slides straight across. My finishing touch is I'm gonna weld this thing on the inside on there, okay? I still gotta put bolts in there, probably rosebud it, but I'm gonna weld it on the inside, save some room on the outside. Might be able to get a good little TIG weld on the outside. But the goal is, this jack goes to shit, we're just gonna unbolt this thing, take it off, put it on our new one. Yeah, I just made a kit. Check it out. Everything's cleaned up. We got our rosebuds drilled out. Bolts gonna go through. Everything's got to get welded up. Let me show you my little kit that I put together. Check it out. All right, these are the outer pieces that's gonna go mount through those holes. Then this axle is gonna slide through here. And then we're gonna go ahead, weld up these little holes to hold our studs in. And then we'll put nuts on the end, little nylocks to hold that thing in place. So this is the rear section. Up here in the front, this is gonna sit in between this right here, and then these are gonna stick out. We're gonna weld them in place, And then we got our fancy little sleeves right here that I made. It's gonna slide over, and once again, fits right down there. Okay, so yeah, let's weld this thing together and see what she looks like when she's done. So what you're seeing here is I use welding rod just to give myself a good little space. Keeping it tight on this side. We're gonna weld the inside of these right here. So when we unbolt this thing, which I have set up right here, it's gonna give me space in between here to put on, right? So if I did it at it's super tight, what's gonna happen is this thing's probably gonna flex a little bit on me when I weld it because it gets super hot. This is just gonna give me that flex. So just walking through what we're putting on there, little welding rod, keep my distance right there. Let's see if it works. Come check out what we got. Got everything all welded up. I gotta do some cleaning on this thing. Come check it out. All right, here's my little kit. I gotta get on the mill and just clean these edges up right here. I had the rosebuds in there, but I just didn't feel like that was gonna hold. It's not like we're doing major off-roading with this thing, but hey, when you build something, let's do it right. Outside here, I'm still gonna put it on the lathe, just clean up the edge right around there too as well. But here's the finished product. This thing's gonna bolt in and out, real simple. Tires are all replaceable. Pretty stoked on this thing. Check it out. Paint it up. We went aluminum. Match the rest of the jack. We'll let her dry up and then bolt her together.
Dang! You got shocks, pegs. Lucky. You ever take it off any sweet jumps?
Let it be Elvis. Let it be Elvis. Let it be Elvis.
The ultimate jack is now done. Thanks for watching, you little YouTube traps. We built this thing from all the scraps we had inside the shop. We had fun doing it. I'm sure there's an easier way to do it, but hey, this is what we do. We just make things happen. If you guys like the content and like what we're doing, follow us, subscribe. Thanks for watching.